Justice League Monday, boys and girls. We're looking at Justice League International number 14 today. We got a cover with Captain Atom, the Martian Manhunter, Guy Gardner, Mr. Miracle, Booster Gold, and who? Who are these two? They're not in the league. No, but they are actually going to become kind of legendary because of this. They'll end up in the cartoons, especially Batman the Brave and the Bold, which my daughter became a big fan of. I want to say Ice, especially. But at any rate, let's take a look. Get some more light on that dude. Here we go. Let's take a look at this issue. We're going to be introducing a new villain in this issue and in the next. So that'll be fun. Let's get started. And no, I don't see the credits on this page, so let's get right into it. He's been sitting here for hours, watching his life being dismantled, watching his world coming apart. How did this happen? He wonders. How could this be? There was a world here once, people, cities, and now there's just the hated machine, rising skyward, returning to the heavens, returning. Oh, that's a nice splash page. Very nice. Returning to its creators, the ship is immense, the size of a small planet, a hungry planet, an evil planet. But what difference can this make to you, dear reader, when this gargantuan vessel moves on the edge of a solar system light years from Earth? Well, let's be honest. Do you think we'd be wasting our time and adjectives here if the inhabitants of this world ship weren't going to be making lots of trouble for Justice League International? Of course not. In a story called Shop or Die, Keith Giffen, plot and breakdowns, J.M. DeMatteis script, Steve Leialoha pencils, Al Gordon inks, Bob Lappin letters, Gene D'Angelo colors, Andrew Helfer, editor. So, nice image of the ship sucking stuff off the planet's surface there. Okay, kind of like multiple spheres all connected to each other by tubes. Good stuff. And now we're going to meet the bad guy of this issue. Inside this world of steel and machines, a strange figure observes and broods and talks out loud to himself. And so our survival is seen to once again. But we can never rest. The cluster must be preserved. So speaks Lord Manga. I seem to be shouting. Already the raw materials we plundered from that world are being used to maintain our tenuous existence. And more is always needed. More, always more. I'm shouting again. I've got to watch that. Ah, well, where was I? What the cluster needs, the cluster takes. Such ever has been our way. Oh, there you are. What is it, Elron, my loyal servant, secretary, and lackey? You've been standing here talking out loud to yourself for half an hour, Lord Manga. So, well, it doesn't bother me, but you do have certain responsibilities. So, what are we getting here? Well, first of all, Elron, obviously a little reference to L. Ron Hubbard doing sci-fi. But Lord Manga, well, first of all, and I'll be honest with you, when I first read these, he was Lord Manga to me, and I know it drives people crazy when we say manga instead of manga. So I'm going to be nice, and I'm going to call him Lord Manga. Or will I? But he's kind of, obviously the manga is a bit of a reference to manga. And there's not a great relationship at this point by American comics. In fact, you're going to see it pop up. I know there's an issue they do sort of like this with Excalibur, because manga was starting to hit the American market a little more heavily at this point in the 80s. And to be quite honest, there was an attitude, I think, from a lot of American comic book artists that manga was crap. And, well, how did that work out for you? Maybe not so good, but that was kind of the attitude. And so is that, well, maybe they're making fun of manga a little bit with this guy, but they also seem to be making fun of Marvel Comics, you know, with stuff like such ever has been our way. It's very old school Marvel. So they're probably poking fun a little bit everywhere here. What is our status, loyal servant, secretary, and lackey? All systems at peak performance, my lord. And I wish you'd stop calling me that. I'll work on it. So what's the deal with these guys? And here, this is kind of a dark side pose. So there's a little Kirby in here too. But they basically, these guys go around and strip planets of their resources to survive. And they've stripped this planet bare. So what are they going to go hit next? I'm taking a dramatic pause, my lord. Oh, sorry. Let me read Manga's line first. Its name, Elron. Elron. I'm taking a dramatic pause, my lord. What is the planet's name? It's called Earth. But I don't suppose I really surprised anybody with that revelation. Wait a minute. Does Elron know that he's in a comic book? Maybe he does. So, meanwhile, back at the embassy, two lovely ladies, members of the Global Guardians, have shown up to try to join the League. And they're a little bit obnoxious, at least one of them is, to our good friend Oberon here. And so he's kind of like, listen, I don't know really if he, okay, very urgent. Am I to take that burst of flame from your mouth as some kind of a threat? Absolutely. Okay, I just want to make sure. I'll be right back with the boss. You didn't treat him very nicely. What do you want, politeness or results? If it's results you wanted, ladies, it's results you've got. Now, who are you, and why have you threatened Oberon? Well, it wasn't exactly a threat, more like a little inducement to action. We're here, Mr. Jones, because we want to join the JLI. John? Yes, Oberon? Take it easy on those gals, especially the green one. She's got a breath problem you wouldn't believe. Are they going to join the League? Well, we'll have to find out. Meanwhile, back in the suburbs, we see the home of Mr. Miracle, scot-free, doing a little stargazing. And he's like, wait a minute, there's something wrong up there. I know the star patterns. Whole clusters should be in those positions. So where are they? Scott, darling. Yes, Barda, my love? You told me an hour ago that you'd come in and help me with that teleporter device, dearest. In a minute, lovey. Now, sweetie. Or your friend's molecules are going to be reassembling somewhere in Bayonne. Bayonne, New Jersey, that would be. Right. You know what? Lucy Lawless would have been a really awesome big Barda. They might have had to do some, work to make her look maybe just a lot taller than everybody else. I don't actually know how tall Lucy Lawless is, but that would have been pretty rad back in the 80s and 90s had they ever gone that direction. But they didn't, so let's not worry about it. Booster and Blue Beetle are heading over to their house, and that's why she's saying, we need to kind of fix this, because if not, we might kill them. They show up. Okay. Action closed for remodeling. That's because Action Comics was going to become Action Comics Weekly for a while. There were some pretty good stories in that, actually. I used to buy it, but it was kind of a big comic, too. So it was a lot of reading material every week. Earth, my lord, fifth largest planet in solar system, 2345678.9. Distance from the sun, 93 million miles, etc., etc. So we have Elron going through technology, ridiculously crude. Potential problems, only one, my lord, an overabundance of hypernormals. But it's nothing we can't handle. Thank you for your report, my loyal servant, secretary, and my lord. That's Elron you're speaking of. I'm the G-Series drone. Oh, sorry, you fellows can look so alike at times. So they've come to Earth, and they're going to, well, are they just gonna strip us immediately of our resources? And you see the size of this thing. There's the moon, there's Earth. I mean, it's not like, but it's pretty damn big. Well, what's this? Have they launched an attack? It comes rocketing down out of the skies, flaming through the atmosphere like a pebble flung downward by an angry god, like a globe discarded by a petulant giant. It strikes, it bounces, it rolls, what the heck is that? Curses in an alien tongue? Where the heck am I? Anywho, why? It's our old friend Gnort, who we saw a couple episodes ago when he was on the planet of the Manhunters, and he has landed on that planet that has been stripped of its resources. Talks with this poor little dude whose, entire life has been destroyed. And, he's trying to talk to him. He's not doing very well, but what he finds out is the aliens have left and they're going to search out other places. Oh, shoot. Hey, ring-a-ding. Yes. Where was it we were going again? Earth. And why were we going there? Gosh, I didn't know power rings could sigh. Remember, Gnort is not all that bright. So they're setting up this device on Earth, this large object that's going to be stripping us of our resources at some point. We have Manga shouting like he has before. And meanwhile, Booster Gold, Blue Beetle, and Mr. Miracle are watching some sports on TV because they're guys and that's what guys do. And all of a sudden, somebody breaks in. Somebody else. Who's that? Howard Cosell? People of Earth, hello. This is your old buddy Elron the Robot, and I'm here to welcome you to the wonderful world of interstellar barter. We trade anything you want for anything we want. It's simple, it's easy, and if you play the game right, it's painless. Scott, I was watching in the kitchen. Is that for real? I don't know. Why don't you come sit down and we'll find out. In a sec, I haven't finished putting the mayonnaise in the lasagna. Many planets across the galaxy need what you have in abundance, and vice versa. The solution, barter. For a modest fee, we'll act as go-betweens. Our courteous staff is waiting to serve you. Think of the advancements that could be yours. Are you thinking, Dimitri? I'm thinking, Ivan, and I don't think I like it. Share your resources with your galactic family. Share. Sounds communistic to me, Mr. President. It's got to be. They preempted the football game. Should I be doing a Reagan accent there? Well, it's got to be. They preempted the football game. Call it a common market of space. First contamination by the West, and now this. We are here to serve you. Now this is damn peculiar, but you must act quickly. And so Max is like, I wonder what kind of suits they're wearing in Andromeda. You have 12 hours to respond. If you miss the deadline, we'll assume that you don't wish to share your bounty. Such selfishness in this age of mutual respect must be punished. In other words, we'll take what we want and leave your world a ravaged wasteland. Shop or die, people of Earth. Offer void where prohibited. Well, it'll kind of probably be prohibited on Earth, but I don't think that's going to stop them. So, of course, a lot of reactions. What the hell's going on? Beetle was panting in the background, so they're kind of like a little freaked out. So this is it, huh? Time to spring into action like a well-oiled machine? Boy, I can't wait to. Ladies, all you're going to do is leaving. I don't know if I like that particular line well, but anyways. Okay, so obviously the governments of Earth are going to spring into this. They're having a giant argument in the United Nations. Yes, no, maybe. No opinion. Do we barter? Do we not barter? The kind of typical stuff you would get from the United Nations. There was a brief time, 50s, 60s, where the United Nations was not shown to be basically a massive joke. And it was a long time ago. Most things portray them as a bunch of goofy bureaucrats. And frankly, they probably should. Batman, so what do you mean you're short-handed? The UN needs you at full force. Batman is in something of a snit, sir, and we can't seem to locate Black Canary. But we've still got more than enough manpower to function effectively. We do? Let's hope so. You know how this is going to pan out. Nobody down there is going to be able to decide on anything. We're not going to make the deadline. T-minus 8 hours and counting. In other words, gentlemen, in 8 hours, it could be the end of civilization as we know it. You've got quite a way with a phrase. Don't worry, Mr. Stuckey. It's the League's business to preserve and protect this planet, and I swear on my life and the lives of my fellow Leaguers that we will. Did he just swear on my life? I think so. Can he do that? You want to call him on it? Oh boy. The Killing Joke. Enough said. So, Fire and Ice are there. Of course, at this point, they are the Green Flame and Ice Maiden. They have not changed their names yet. So they're hanging around just in case. And, well, it was a good idea because it looks like John is going to probably need them. Meanwhile, back at the Outback, so they're setting up that giant fortress thing in the Australian Outback. I hate maintenance detail. I mean, it's so boring. Complain, complain, complain. That's all you ever do. Can't you relax and enjoy yourself for once? I mean, the computers do everything. We get off the ship, breathe a little decent air, plus we get time and a half. I'd rather be up there with Mavis. Mavis, the new gal in genetic engineering. Oh, God, are you in love? So we got these two guards who are talking, chatting, etc. They don't know what's about to hit them because Gnort is on the way. So they're talking about the nonsense. And Gnort is incoming. Got the ring all charged up. Next, if this be Gnort's day. Another very sort of Marvel-esque title. What do we got there? Forgotten Realms, the Crystal Shard. Man, that is when TSR, they were publishing novels like there was no tomorrow. And so you go, well, then modern Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro, if they want to make movies, D&D movies, oh my God, look at all the books they have that they could adapt. Dragonlance, oh my goodness. Are they going to adapt any of those? No, probably not. Because nobody in the entertainment business seems to have any idea what they're doing anymore. End of rant. So, Reign of Terror, Justice League International, number 14. We have the introduction of Manga Khan, of Elron. We got Green Flame and Ice Maiden potentially joining the league. Batman's having a snit. Where's Black Canary? Well, Black Canary is going to be appearing at one point here in Action Comics Weekly. And she's on the cover, in fact, back in her old costume, burning the one that you've seen so far in this series. That was the first time that I'd ever seen the old costume. I was, well, let's see, what year was this? This was 88. 88. I was 16 years old. Oh, that costume was a revelation. Let me tell you something. I bought that comic real quick. So Black Canary is going to probably be leaving the league at this point, but I'm not sure if what we saw last issue was her last appearance or not. I don't remember, but she kind of has a solo thing going in Action Comics Weekly. I'm trying to remember if they officially had her leave the league or if she just kind of stopped showing up at one point. At any rate, a lot of new things in this issue that are going to be with us for many issues to come. Hey, let me know in the comments what you think of this issue, what you think of the art, what you think of the story, what you think of the characters. Who's your favorite character? Do you think Oberon is just dreamy? Put it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed these videos, please like, subscribe, share with a friend. That would be very groovy. But until next time. Oh, you know what? I didn't bring out the magnifying glass this issue. Let's just bring it out for the fun of it. Yeah, I guess there weren't any panels that just blew me away. Well, actually though, that was a pretty good panel. Let's give that the once over. Shop or die. Look, here we go. Okay. All right, come on, invested hundreds of dollars in that magnifying glass. I need to get my investment back. Until next time, God bless everybody. Please be kind to one another. Have a little bit of fun. Read some Justice League comics. Read any comics. They're really cool. And I will hopefully see you again soon in Dad's Den of Pop Culture. Bye-bye.